Hi, boys and girls. In this video, we are going to do something a little bit different. We are going to go on a, a bunch of different virtual museum tours. So I'm going to take you around some super awesome links that bring us to websites where you can kind of basically pretend, like if you've ever gone on Google Maps and you put the little person down and it's as if you are in that place. We're going to do that in a couple different museums together in this video. So I hope you guys enjoy. There are some really cool links. All right, so the first museum we are going to go to together It's called the Guggenheim Museum. Now, the building of this museum is really awesome in and of itself, um, in addition to all of the awesome works of art that you can find inside it. Let's take a moment to look at the outside of the building. Um, the building was designed by an architect named Frank Lloyd Wright. He's a very, very famous architect. An architect is someone who practices architecture, which is the creation of buildings. Um, Frank Lloyd Wright got a lot of his inspiration from nature, from things that he saw outside. And so a lot of his buildings are more different, organic shapes instead of your typical rectangles, triangles, and squares that you see in a lot of buildings. This building, he said that he was inspired by the shape of a shell. Can you guys kind of envision a shell when you're looking at this building here, especially, this part? Let's take a look at the inside. There's some photos. This is just Google Photos. Whoa, so you can see how the outside of the building is reflected on the inside as well. Now we're like inside the shell. All right, so now we're getting to some photos inside the museum. Look at that. Look at the stairwell. What shape do you see? I see a lot of rectangles and triangles. So we could call these concentric triangles. It's triangles that happen inside of each other. All right, there's galleries, gallery space. Let's start walking around. Okay, so we are on the top floor of the Guggenheim Museum. Let's take a gander around, a walk around. And it literally is we're walking around because the building is round. See what I did there? Whoa! This is a cool piece. What do you think this piece is made out of? Any ideas? First, what element of art are you seeing a lot right now? I'm seeing a lot of line, a lot of perpendicular, perpendicular and parallel lines. Parallel means like stacking like this, like they'll never cross. So they're the same angle. All of these lines are parallel. I'm getting mixed up myself. Parallel lines, all of those lines. This line, for example, is perpendicular. This vertical line is perpendicular to this horizontal line. Horizontal and vertical lines would be perpendicular. A bunch of horizontal lines would be parallel. A bunch of vertical lines would be parallel. But a horizontal and a vertical line would be perpendicular. A lot of words, easy to get mixed up. I think that these are like blinds. If you have windows in your house, you might have blinds in front of them to shade the light. or you might have curtains, and they're like colored different colors. So I wonder if the artist or if people are allowed to like change the blind and it could change the artwork. I don't know. Probably you're not allowed to touch it, but that's really cool. I would definitely call this a sculpture. It's three-dimensional art. It's not flat. Pretty cool sculpture. Okay, let's move on to art number 2. I don't know what that is over there. Let's go see. That looks like it's probably a video. It's probably not the best for us to watch right now. Let's go in front of here. Let's keep on walking. Ooh, there looks like there's some figures over here. Just don't want to fall off the balcony. Okay, I guess I can't really go that much further, but we can kind of look at what. So we kind of like we're winding down the stairwell. All right, let's try something else. All right, gives us a little tab with the title and the author, not author, artist. Orvitz's Library by Jonas Wood. Looks like a painting of a library. Have you guys ever been in a place that looks similar to what is represented in this painting? Why do you think the artist chose to paint this scene or this place? Maybe he spent a lot of time there. Maybe he really loves to read, loves books, loves libraries. Maybe he has a friend there. Who knows? What are some elements of art that you could name that you see in this painting? Here we have some photographs, some portrait photographs of different people. Let's go walk down this hallway. What's your guess on, who these people are to the artist? Do you think they are the artist's friends? Do you think they know them? Do you think they all have something in common? So in this case, it would be if you're in a museum, it's really helpful to read or have someone read this to you, the little caption beside the piece of art that maybe explains the context. So what is happening and why the artist chose to do those photos or to do this artwork. But it's also fun to guess too. Why do you think they may have done this? Ooh, it's another sculpture. Whoa. What do you think these sculptures are made out of? What do you think the artist is trying to make? Does it remind you of anything? To me, it reminds me of like a building that's like collapsed down. Maybe it was in a fire, something not good. Reminds me of destruction, kind of, that word. What do you think this is a painting of? Kind of reminds me of two very different things. It reminds me of like a cityscape, like maybe these are a bunch of tall buildings. Maybe that's like a river that runs through the city. Or it also looks like some kind of like sound wave or energy map. Hmm. Index 2, Composition 3. Xaviera Simmons is the artist. Hmm. What do you think is happening in this art piece? Is there anything mysterious? Unclear? Hmm. Who do you think that person is on that photograph there? Why are all these photographs close pinned to this pile? What do you think this pile is? Another sculpture. All right, let's go to a different museum. All right, now we are away from New York City. Actually, I forgot to say the Guggenheim Museum is in New York. Now we are on the other side of the United States in a city called Los Angeles, where the Getty Museum, yeah, Guggenheim, Getty Museum is. I've actually been here, and it's so cool. There's many buildings. It's like a whole arrangement of several buildings. So I thought it'd be really important to give you guys some pictures of the actual buildings themselves before we go inside to look at the art. So the whole design of the museum is a work of art itself. That's the view sort of Los Angeles from the Getty Museum. So you can see little people out here looking at the view. There's all these gardens outside too. Again, you can see how big it is because look how small those people are. And this is like the huge building. And then there's gardens and landscape that goes along beside it. It's all thought out very carefully, the design. It's like a whole campus. That's the view from far up. A nice bird's eye view. Now we're getting some art inside. So this is this is I think where you enter over here, if I remember correctly, and it's all glass. So this is one of the inside like main uh, entryways, I guess. It's just really amazing fountain. Could spend a whole day here. Funny man sculpture. All right, so this is it at night. Cool, huh? A garden picture. That's, I think, where you enter from. You actually, fun fact, you actually have to take, like, you park in this parking lot that's far away because the museum is built up on this hill. And then you have to take, like, a little gondola, I guess is what you would call it, up to get to the museum. It's very cool. It takes like a whole day to do this. Okay, let's get inside the museum. All right, so there are several galleries or rooms inside the Getty Museum that have a lot of very old ornate paintings that were made long, long time ago, mostly oil paintings. This one is a funny one I thought you guys would like. What's he doing? What do you think he's doing? What does that expression tell you? In this time period, it was very much the focus was on making the artwork look as lifelike, as realistic as possible. So that's kind of the style that you see here. Here we see some sketches of like different furniture, and then we have like, maybe these are where you put your candles. Very, very ornate bench, table. Let's go in here. Whoa! Look at all these sculptures. This huge one. What material? What do you think that's made out of? Look at the detail of that. And the size, the scale. This painting. Girl. Two girls. What do you think that is? It's more like a decorative piece. Let's go outside of this room. Ooh, a bunch of sketches, drawings. Oop, can you go back to the hallway? Let's see. Let's see if we can go in this big entryway. Maybe, maybe not. Whoop. Okay. Should we go up the stairs? Can we even do that? Nope, now we're outside. Let's go outside. There's the fountain that we saw a photo of earlier. Okay, seeming like this is, it's not letting us go any further. All right, we're in another room, another gallery now. Let's see. Do we see this painting? It's like a tea set. That would be a very good example of what we call a still life. It's artwork of something that doesn't move. Tea sets don't move, so that would be a still life. Ooh, wow, look at this painting here. A lot going on. Where do you think this takes place? Where's the setting of this painting? To me, it looks like it could be somewhere tropical because of all the trees. Looks like it has a feeling of a hustling, bustling place. Lots of things going on. Where does your eye move to when you look at this painting? We are gonna say goodbye to the Getty Museum and go to a different one now. All right, now we have left the United States even. We are now in France, in the city of Paris. We are going to visit the Musée d'Orsay. So this museum is actually in an old train station. It's super cool. And there's a very big clock. You know, time is very important when you're trying to catch a train. There's a very big clock, which is kind of like a big symbol of this museum. This photo, you can see how big it is because that's a person right there. And it's like kind of like a window almost. So this is the view from behind the clock. So if you ever wondered what does it look like behind your watch face, here you go. There are a ton of impressionist pieces and artists in the Musée d'Orsay. One of them is a very famous artist named Vincent van Gogh. He's very famous for his um, brushstroke lines in his paintings and his use of color as a way to express his feelings. So let's give you a few more pictures of the outside. So here we are, busy Paris street. And then when you get in, now you can really tell that this is like a train station. So you can see these huge arches, huge like gallery room that has its ceiling is all arched, right, curved. Can you guys imagine like a train coming down right there? Instead, it's a museum, but it was once a train station, a very beautiful train station. It's another view of it. One of the many ornate ceilings in the museum. Another Van Gogh example. This is a good view of its sculpture gallery with all sculptures kind of laid out on that ground floor. All right, let's go inside the museum. All right, so this piece is called the Dance Hall in Arles. So what colors do you see in here? What colors do you think are mostly used in this painting? What 2 or 3 colors are most used in this painting? Those colors make you kind of have a certain opinion about this painting, maybe? This is one of his self-portraits. Look at those lines in the background and on his coat. How would you describe those lines? So actually, we can just go down the row of all of these Van Goghs. Starting to see a pattern of his style. Definitely has a very distinct style, and once you see his paintings over and over again, you can, you start to notice some similarities. I want to go. Okay, can we look at this one, please? Oh, well, it's not letting me look at the one beside it. Okay. This is his bedroom. So this would be an example of a still life, an interior still life. Maybe you can do it a drawing of your bedroom inspired by this piece. Degas, he loved to paint dancers. He loved to paint movement in his pieces. This one is called the Ballet Class. It's a very, very famous one. He loved to go study ballerinas and paint them. All right, so that's going to be it for the Musée d'Orsay.
All right, I hope you enjoyed those 3 museums today in this video. Maybe we will do another one of a different museum later. But have a great day, and I'll see you soon.